just really want to explain to you how dreadful I think biochemistry is. Welcome back to my channel, and for today's video, as you can see by the title down below, I will be breaking down my first year of nursing school. Disclaimer, as you all know, every nursing school is different and you might not get the same subjects that I got. You might not get the same format that I got. However, everything is just the same. It's the same nursing school and the same content, right? So first of all, let me tell you a little overview of what I'm going to do today. So I'm basically going to go through all of my subjects one by one that I did in first year. I'm going to give you a little synopsis of what you can, look out for, and, tips on how to study. Also, as I told you in my previous nursing video, is that I'll be doing tutoring sessions. So if you want materials or anything like that, I'll provide you with that in the tutoring sessions. I did say I was going to do a flyer or something like that. That is coming up very soon. But if you do need help now, you can definitely reach out to me on Instagram at its.3. The link is down below. And please support your girl. I do sell natural products and I sell lashes, accessories, etc. So please hit the business links in the bio to follow me, right? So let's get down to the nitty-gritty. So my first year of university, what did I do? How was it for me? Okay. So we're just going to go down the ranks. We're just going to do all the subjects that I did. Right now I'm currently signing into SAS. Those who go to UE, they know what I'm talking about. If you haven't started yet, SAS is something that you're going to use all the time to access your grades and student information, your account information, etc. Right? So in first year, I can tell you that it was a bit tedious because, we're transitioning from high school into a whole university. Right? And some persons are coming from like COMC, and some persons are like coming from home. They're not doing anything. Some persons are coming from doing a job or whatever. So it's not the same because, you're in a different environment and you don't know what to expect. I definitely didn't know what to expect. I had to switch up my studying strategy. I had to do a lot of things after I completed my first year, and let me tell you why. Right? So in entering this new environment, you would need to find out your studying strategy. So that's the first mistake I made. I did not know how to study. I thought that if I just read it twice, then it would stick. It didn't stick. And you really need to retain the information because nursing is like a ladder. You learn something in first year, it comes back to haunt you in second year. If you don't grasp it the first time, trust me, it's gonna come again to haunt you. And I found that out with a lot of subjects. So as we're going along this 4-year journey, because I'll be doing year 2, 3, and 4 as well, you will understand why I said to just build the foundation right and then just move along up the ranks, right? So along with our nursing courses, I know every university or most universities are going to have foundation courses. So I'm also going to go through that today. And some of the foundation courses, some people will say they don't matter, but for my school, fortunately, it didn't add up to your degree GPA, but it added to your cumulative GPA, right? And we're aiming for the stars, we're aiming for the skies. We always want our cumulative GPA to be high. For me, it wasn't, but for you, since you're the one coming after me, I want you to do your utmost best because we need to bad up nursing school. For those persons that are Jamaican and don't know what I'm talking about, I'm basically saying that you need to ace nursing school, okay? It doesn't have to be hard for everyone. And as I said, if you want tutoring sessions, hit me up over Instagram. More is gonna come soon. So let's just delve into all of the subjects. So for my first year, in a total, I think I did 14 subjects. I did a year-long English course, so that is why I add up to 7 for each semester. So first year started out like this. The first subject that I have on my list is Caribbean civilization, right? And I got a B+ in that subject. I don't know if we have the same list of subjects as I said, but this subject was a part of my curriculum and I managed to get a B+ because it wasn't such a bad of a course. I think you got a group work and you got a class assignment or activity, and she graded you based on that. It wasn't a hard subject. It's basically about the Caribbean. It's a follow-up from sociology and Caribbean studies from like ComC, or if you went to sixth form. Some of the information is similar, but it's definitely new information. But if you have an understanding of that, and if you can study that information, you can definitely study this. It's nothing really that hard for you to pass, right? So B+. The next subject that I did was biochemistry, and let me give you a whole story about biochemistry, because trust me people, this is one of the most difficult subjects, and I was on YouTube trying to find a video on how to pass biochemistry, and of course I didn't find one. All I did was like find videos on how people struggle to pass, So this video is really something that is coming from my heart, and I just really want to explain to you how dreadful I think biochemistry is. So for the first two assignments or assessments that I got, I think I got 50 on them. So I did pass, and the pass mark is 50. Please don't shame my school, but yeah, the pass mark is 50. But to be honest with you, I was surprised that I even got that, because I was understanding the content in class, but when it came on to the exam, it's like it's a whole different thing that came on the exam. Even the lecturer said the same thing. So biochemistry was a whole, like, it was a whole subject to itself. Like, I really didn't understand biochem, and right now I just feel hurt so I even get the subject, because it's an insult to my intelligence, because I don't think the subject they should have in our first year. But I'm hearing that the nursing council is requiring chemistry now, so y'all need to have chemistry. Y'all need to have a good grasp of chemistry in order to the nursing school. So get your chemistry books, okay? I didn't like chemistry, but that's fine. Okay, so biochemistry final exam, that is when me actually think say me did I go drop out of nursing school. I thought I was gonna drop out at that point, because have you ever gone into an exam and don't know anything, and then just go in there and just try your best? Like you say, if a dirt, that was me on biochem exam, because trust me, I still don't know how I passed. And let me tell you, I got a C+. I'm a whole C+ and go on, because guess what? A lot of persons in my year group did not pass biochemistry, but I passed. So I take up my little C, I'm a walk with my C, because guess what? Girl, pass the course. When me tell you say near to fail, I just feel like boom flick and split. At that time I was at my mom. You see, when I find out some pass people, and me and my mother that are wheel up in the living room, because we are say, I tell her, say, mommy, you see, if me no move on, you know, say biochemistry. I tell her from the get-go. And that is what I love about my mother. She always understands when I actually talk to her about certain things. Like, she don't really judge me or anything like that. She understands, because trust me, it's not easy. But yeah, biochemistry is a whole subject by itself. Please pay attention to biochemistry. If you get a good lecturer to teach you, if you have a study group, if you have somebody that does like practice sessions or whatever, try find them, because this subject is hard to pass. And note well, I am not gonna be tutoring biochem because up till now I'm still not understanding. But okay, let's move on. So the next one is human anatomy and physiology 1, and for this I got a B. Reason being, this course you have to sit down in on the book, and trust me, the content is very heavy. It is like about 20 slides in total, but when we say 20 slides, we mean 20 PowerPoint presentations, and each of the PowerPoint presentations have 200 slides per presentation. So you know, una still gonna read that. But hear what? YouTube was my friend, Sarah was my friend, and I tried to pay attention when she did the gross anatomy sessions. And trust me, if you're at my school, you will realize that we work with cadavers, so you'll be up close and personal with the body, so you can definitely see how the things are in the human body and how they're positioned, because you really need that to do your assessments. So as I told you, everything in nursing, is connected. So you really need to understand your anatomy, and you need to know where connect to where and where connect to where, right? So for anatomy, I got a whopping B. I never mind it because the content was really heavy, but trust me people, you need to really focus on your anatomy because you can't manage for the day and you don't know how to describe where the person's wound is because you don't know the anatomical location, right? So we're gonna move on. The next one is microbiology. People, I got a big plus for microbiology and I was 1% away from the A. People, this subject, you can literally just go and read the slides and you will get a good understanding of what is gonna come on the exam, right? You need to work smart in nursing school as well. Do not think that you can study everything and pass. You need to pick, choose and refuse some important points from this course and study. Some of the things that your lecturers will stress, you need to focus on those things and get rid of the things that are unnecessary. I like to go through all of the content, and then when it's time for studying, I get a little book and jot down some important stuff. So that is how you need to study for this course. For this course, I do think they have a textbook, but I didn't buy it. For most of my nursing courses, I did not buy a textbook. The only textbook that I bought was actually a drug guide and my Saunders, which is an Nclex review book. That book, I found the use for it in 4th year when I was, going through my R&R, going through some past paper questions. I read a few chapters out of it. I read like half of the book, and if you know that book, it's a big book. But if you're a nursing student and you're interested in the Saunders Nclex review book, you can buy it from now because you're gonna need it sometime in the future. You don't know when, but it's a good review book to use, especially when you're doing R&R. It comes with about 2,000 plus questions, and you can do it online. I always used to do it when I was bored, and it's not hard. And trust me, if you can get a book that gives you questions and also gives you rationale for the answers, definitely go for it. And it is one of the top nursing review books that you can find on Amazon. So I really like the Saunders book. The next subject that I did was Introduction to Social and Abnormal Psychology. So I used to think, why would they put a psychology course in a nursing curriculum? One, there are certain persons that will try to manipulate you, and there are certain persons that when they're sick, they're not the same. You need to understand how the mind works, so you definitely need psychology. I liked psychology. I participated in class, but when it came on to the exam, I did not do so well. So in this subject, I actually got a C+. I didn't mind. I collected my C+, because as I said, girl never fail. I collect my C and walk with it. So psychology is basically, it talk about the human mind. It talk about different theories like Skinner theory. Well, I can't remember some of them. But people, just for psychology, just get the textbook and read it. Every chapter that the lecturer decides to go through, just go ahead and read it so you can, get a grasp of the information. Because if it is that you're going to rely on what the lecturer says in class, you might not pass. And I think I did the same thing. And when it came down to studying, I tried to skim down the information, but it never worked out. So that's why I end up with my C+. But I don't mind. So for the next subject now, it is sociology. And I always wondered, why psychology and sociology? But as I said before, you need to know how you need to know how the society works. And you also need to know like different structures in societies, like bureaucracies, etc., etc., because that comes back in leadership. So you need to know, like, them societal stuff there. Yeah. If I'm not explaining well, you can definitely hit me up down below and ask me some more relevant questions about the courses. As you can see, I did a lot of courses in my first year, and that is just first semester. So now we're going to second semester. Oh, before I go, I did 7 courses, but you only heard me talk about 6, right? And that is because for my first year, I did the year-long English course, and that it was a whole fiasco. I have a video up on my channel now where I talk about when I failed something. I never ever failed nothing in a nursing school. Let me just make that clear. But I did fail the entrance English test, or the ELPT test, because no, I have a reason why I failed, but just fail it, and I ended up having to do the year-long English course. And that is how I ended up doing that subject for 2 years. However, if you do pass the ALPT, or you have a 1 in English or a 1 or 2 in com studies or communication studies from sixth form or com-C, you will be exempt and you will get to do the 1 semester English course. So do your best on that and ensure that you don't go in a year-long course, because my class was held on a Saturday and I was not loving it. Okay, so for the second semester, as I said before, I did the English course in first and second semester, and I got a C in it. I did not mind the C, to be honest with you, because you have some people that have failed this course over and over and over and over and over until Jesus come and them do it over, and them still don't pass, and them still there you because them don't pass the English course, right? So I was grateful for my 52%. Yes, I will tell you how much I got, because I'm not scared and I don't feel no way. But yes, I did collect my C with pride and I went with it. So the next subject is law, governance, economy, and society in the Caribbean, and I got a C+ for that. So let me give you a little story about this course. So this course is 100% final, right? I think it broke down into 3 different topics, and you have to write 3 different essays, so therefore you have to know the information. Yes, I did study. However, for law and governance, I think I got too relaxed with the course, so I didn't do my best. But at the end of the day, as I said, I still passed. I got my C+ and I walked with it. And if you're there and sitting down and counting all my grades, you would see that most of my grades are either B's and C's in first year. I wasn't doing well, and I explained that in my last video, I think. But yes, I did not do so well in first year because I was not sure of what I wanted and I was distracted, right? So we're just gonna move on. Nutrition. So nutrition was one of my favorite subjects, and I got a B-. First thing, nutrition was one of my favorite subjects. How did you get a B-? Of course, I think I got too comfortable in first year, but at the end of the day, I think I did well, because some people ended up getting C's and F's, and I ended up passing the course. So I'm very grateful for the grade that I got. For nutrition, you need to focus on your calculations, and you need to focus on the information. You need to ensure you understand and don't swat the information, because if you don't understand, you're not going to pass. If you have a group work to do for this course, ensure that you do it to the utmost best of your capabilities, because it is what's going to help you in the final if you're not good at this subject. So please keep that in mind. For the next subject is human anatomy and physiology 2. And for this subject, I actually got a B-, and y'all know the whole fiasco with this course. It's a lot of work and it's a lot of reading, and you know, but I still ended up passing, and it wasn't so bad. But people, as I said before, pay attention to the notes and pay attention when you're going to the lab. Alright, can't say I never warn you. The next one is epidemiology, and for this I got a B. So epidemiology is basically a subject that talks about, it would have said like the whole of Jamaica, and basically what the healthcare practitioners do to ensure that, you know, we keep certain diseases under control. So what we do, we watch, which is surveillance, and we keep records of everything that is happening, so we can in turn, you know, keep everything under control, right? So like how we did have chickenpox outbreak, now we don't have a chickenpox outbreak because we have a vaccine. We used to have measles, mumps and rubella outbreak. We don't have one because them watch and them take action. So this is basically how in the nursing field we counteract diseases, etc. So I really like this course. They were really interesting, and the person that taught it really knew what she was about, because she's a public health nurse and she was the best person to teach this course. But y'all know, as I said before, distracted was me. So yeah, I got my B- and I walked with it. So the next course is health informatics, and for this course I got a C+. For health informatics, to be honest with you, this course is basically a course that teaches you about not the foundation of nursing. It teaches you about technology integrated into nursing. So if you have gone to the healthcare facilities in Jamaica, some of them are paper systems. So we were exposed to what is practiced on a worldwide scale, because some persons or some countries have their stuff online and have your patient information online. So it basically taught us about different things like the patient health record. It taught us about, you know, just files in general, you know, things that we weren't exposed to here. And we were like in awe because, I mean, I've never been to a hospital abroad, so I wouldn't know. Understand? So it was really an eye-opening course for me. Basically what we do every week is try to manipulate files and use a different word applications, and we did activities and so forth. You learn a lot, you do a lot, but as I said before, not focus. So yeah, the next course and the last and final course that I did was statistics, and I really need to tell you a story about this course because I was this close to failing statistics because I'm not a math person. So for statistics, I failed the 2 in-course tests because I was lost in the class. But it's like when I'm in the class I understand, but as soon as I get home and I need to practice, I can't retain any of the information. So what I did for statistics was, after I failed the 2 in-course tests, I actually went home, got the textbook downloaded on my tablet, because in first year I used to use a tablet which wasn't really good, and I didn't have any Wi-Fi, so that was another constraint. But at the end I will, you know, discuss all of the things that were giving me a fight in first year. So I got the book downloaded, I tried to read, I tried to do the examples in the book, and after I did all of that, I continued to practice every day. Practice, when I say practice, I mean every single day I come home and practice statistics. And for the final exam I got close to a perfect score, because the scores that I was going in with, it was less than the 40%, and then the final would be a 60%. So that is how I ended up passing. I got a B in statistics. So yes, so for my first year I had a lot of problems, so I decided to start working. I worked and I bought myself a laptop and I got internet service. So that is how I, you know, decided to move forward. So you need internet, you need a laptop, you need cue cards, because some subjects you will definitely not be able to retain the information, but if you have cue cards you can walk around with them. If you're on the bus, you look on them. If you're at church, you can look on them. Just try to invest in cue cards. You also will need a study group. If you have a group of persons that you can go to that can go through information with you, you can share your knowledge and they share yours, they share their knowledge, you will definitely pass nursing school, because sometimes you need other person's explanation of something in order to get it grasped. Okay? And next thing that you will need to do is to have a study timetable. And trust me, I can tell you this information because every single year when I go back to nursing school, my academic advisor would tell me, ensure you have your study timetable, put it up on your door, so every day you come in, you do at least 4 hours of study, and ensure that you're understanding the information. You do your pre-reading and your post-reading, so you read before class and read after class. And when it is time for your finals, trust me, you won't have any problem to go over the information and you will definitely understand. Sometimes when you're pre-reading and you're exposed to the information for the first time, you can go into class and actually ask questions about something that you didn't understand. Because in nursing, everything is not something that you can visualize. Sometimes it just needs a little bit of explanation for you to know exactly what your lecturer is talking about, right? So if you need any further information, you can definitely hit me up down below. And I am so happy that you watched this video to the end. And what should I say? It was a good 4 years. Trust me, it was a good 4 years. But I think first year was the roughest one. So I definitely thought that I needed to do this video with you guys. If you have any more ideas for nursing videos, you can definitely let me know down below in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, please give this video a like. If you have friends that are going to do nursing, please ensure that you share my page with them so they can know what's going to go on with their first year of nursing school. At this very moment in time, nursing school is online and you have clinical hours to complete. So please ensure that you get yourself familiarized with the online environment and learning online. Most of the work you will have to be doing on your own because you won't have your lecturer there to, you know, guide you along the way. Sometimes it will be more robotic than in a learning environment. So please ensure that you take these tips very serious. Start studying from the first day. That's what they told us, and we took it lightly. And in our first year, most of us crushed and crumbled because we never listened. So take it from me, start studying from the first day. And for the first day, trust me, it's not only you introducing your name, it is you starting to get down to some real work, right? So thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye.